Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and I give you the non-biased information you can use to hopefully capitalize on the biggest opportunity, which I believe is this current bull run. Now, guys, I do my research for me. I have a financial background. I used to be a licensed futures and options trader. I bought my first foreign currency back in like 1990. So if you think cryptos are not stocks or not securities, that they're commodities, well, I believe that my background will help me out a lot. And I want to share that knowledge and my deep dive research for me. Now, as far as I can see in crypto, guys, I've never seen so much misinformation in my life. You try to bring up the downside to any project, people call it FUD. Well, if you take your money serious, you're going to love this video. This is going to be a ton of alpha about the real world utility tokens. And I've been talking to Claude AI, and he cloned the utility token trap. He brought it to my attention, and I'm going to share this information with you. And guys, if you understand the big picture, the players, and the games that we're playing, it's going to change the way you invest. It's going to change your strategy, your profit-taking strategy as well, and it's going to help you out a lot. I truly believe that. So hit the like button. Let's dive in and talk about the real-world utility tokens, and let's talk about whether they need to make new all-time highs or if they need to pump to be extremely successful. I think you may be surprised of what Claude had to say. So before we dive into it, I want you to look at this screen, guys. I've been sounding the alarm about the ISO tokens, which most of those are real world utilities tokens. You see the one where it said, wake up, I'm selling. I am so glad I sold all my ISO tokens. I owned every one of them because I said when that banking reset hits, I don't know which one's going to dominate, but I'm going to own it. Well, then I realized the banking reset has already occurred. Swift rolled out their Web3 new protocol with Link and the legacy banks, and they're moving trillions, which you can click on that video if you want to learn more. And I don't mean to get sidetracked, but here's what I've been thinking, and I haven't been able to find someone to have a high level conversation with. But you know, I've been following Link for a long, long time. And I stacked a lot of Link in the bear market. It served me well, and I sold pretty much all of it. I think I still own a small bag. I really don't know. I need to check. But because I haven't planned on selling it to altcoin season, I haven't been following the price day to day. But I do understand that these projects are not pumping. And when I started looking at Link's adoption, which guys, you could argue the fact there are some better projects. And yes, Ethereum has more adoption for about everything as far as its ecosystem, exclude Bitcoin. But arguably, ChainLink has the best real world utility token that is getting adopted. It's the gateway with Swift. It's in all the top chains. I mean, it is probably has like 80% market share globally. Well, why isn't this thing ripping? Same with HBAR. HBAR has real world adoption with RWAs that no one even talks about, and most people don't even think they're a player in the game. Well, they are literally changing the game with real world assets. They have the adoption, they have the roadmaps. I have no doubt they are going to be one of the dominant players. Well, why aren't they ripping? So I started thinking, if they're just utility tokens, right, they're mechanisms to create these foundations and these companies money. That's all it is. But I haven't been able to find anyone to have this conversation with, so I started talking to Claude about it. And what my conclusion was, why can't HBAR, XLM, XRP, Algorand, IOTA, ChainLink, why can't all of those projects grow at like say 25% a year, which is all world? and never hit a new all-time high. And basically the prices stay about where they are now. Well, according to Claude, they can. And Claude agrees with me. I believe that is the future for the ones that stick around. The majority of them are going to disappear. And for the ones that do stick around, that token is just, the speculation is going to go away and they're going to trade where they are right now or whatever the true demand is. And that demand is not what people think, no matter what project it is or no matter what people's told you. When you have billions and billions of tokens to make transactions or do, as a mechanism, and you're only using 0.001 of a penny, guys, you're looking at 20, 30 years of supply for most of these projects. Now, I'm going to copy and paste everything that I had as far as the conversation with Claude. Guys, go through it, and you can tell how non-biased I am just by my questions. I'm trying to get to the bottom of why my money is not going up, and I highly recommend you understand this, guys. It's going to change your entire perspective. So what you see on the screen is when Claude said it's a utility trap. And I was talking to him about ChainLink, and I'm going to do a video about ChainLink and its competitors. And we started talking about Axelar. Axelar is a powerful competitor to ChainLink. It doesn't have the tech, in my opinion, but it is getting the adoption from players like JP Morgan. But one thing that separates itself is it makes a ton of money. Why? Because it has a whole new model. See, it was not set up to make the early investors, the VCs, the founders rich. It was set up to be a powerful interoperability protocol that has a future that supports itself. See, that's the problem. No matter what it is in this world, guys, it needs to make money. Well, as Claude breaks down in this video, he talks about the old tokens were set up differently. They were set up for that big hit, and now they have billions of dollars to feed their company for the next 10, 20 years. And they did that with that early speculation. That's why you had these massive pumps with all these ICOs. And it's no different than an IPO in Wall Street. When a company goes public, Wall Street jumps on board. Most of them pump and everyone gets wealthy. But then they normally pull back and they sit there for years and years, because then they have to go make money for the shareholders and prove that it wasn't just speculation. And if you go back to 2000, the dot-com days, all those companies, it's like deja vu for me. Back then, if you go back to 1999, the top 100 IPOs that absolutely ripped, none of them exist today. But they made people millions and millions of dollars. So that being said, the difference between, say, the new models like an Axelar is all the transactions, all the fees, and everything go back to the people involved, to the developers, to the ecosystem. And in all with XRP, XLM, Algorand, all these other projects, Link, HBAR, the money doesn't feed directly back to the share, the token holders. It doesn't feed back into the ecosystem except for a small percent. So based on that, Claude agrees with me that I don't think the majority of these projects are going to hit new all-time highs, for whatever that's worth. Now, why is this so important, guys? Well, if you are thinking about hodling these utility tokens, the risk is immense. And if you're thinking that they're going to hit up new all-time highs before you take profits, the odds are you're not going to take any profits. This is a fact. 90% of all projects ever created never hit a new all-time high in its second or third bull run, and most just fade away. Well, what makes the other tokens different, right? Why would these tokens with bad tokenomics keep doing well? Now, that being said, here's some good news for you quant holders. Claude brought up the fact that Quant is set up to feed its own ecosystem. It's not set up to dump and it has great tokenomics. So there's still hope for Quant. That being said, I've created a video about the Wall Street competitors to Quant, like Codent, which is a major corporation. They have the same tech for the most part, but it doesn't need a token, and they are grabbing market share for whatever that's worth. I love Quant, and at one time I thought it was a no-brainer to hit a new all-time high. But because of its tokenomics, it still has a chance. But that being said, I'm concerned about Quant and all the utility tokens, all the ISO tokens, because they just don't make any money. And when the speculation goes away, guys, what's left? I don't know. You tell me. So anyway, guys, I probably didn't do a good job trying to make you understand my point, but read in the description what Claude said from A to Z. I'm telling you, you'll change the way you see the big picture, because the people telling you that, that banking reset is going to come and all these projects are going to get major adoption. Well, guys, they're still not going to make any money. Smart money plans on investing in corporations or technology that makes money, and the adoption isn't there, and the transaction fees at 0.001. I mean, even HBAR is doing over 60 billion transactions, more than all the layer ones combined, and it still can't support itself. I do believe it will, but again, guys, I want to be clear. These older blue chip projects have bad tokenomics for the most part, and they don't make any money, and they're not set up for us to make money. We are speculators, guys. They're commodities. I used to be a commodity trader. You speculate on orange juice, you speculate on gas, or you speculate on gold, and when they go one way or the other, you take your profits. Cryptos are not stocks. Now, I know I'm harping, guys, but anyway, that's all I got. If you need some help, guys, I do one-on-one coaching. It's only $250 for 3 Zoom or phone calls. I think it'll help you out a lot. I can answer questions for you. We can get you a game plan for building out your portfolio, get you an understanding of how to compare these projects, how to dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out. And guys, whether you take me up on that or not, do yourself a favor. Get a game plan. Do some research that's non-biased. Go look at who the world beaters are. Who are all the players? I've said from day one, my very first video, Wall Street, the legacy banks, and the governments, primarily the U.S. government, pick winners and losers. No one cares what we think, guys. They have all the customers, all the power, and guys, they have the tech. There's nothing special about any of these projects. And the only reason Google and Amazon and all of them haven't rolled out their blockchains of the future, probably for the most part, is because of regulation. They're either going to partner short term and use some of their mechanisms, right? Because that's not where the money's made, guys. The money is made using the technology, not speculating in it. And I have no doubt, guys, 10, 15 years from now, the speculation part will be totally done. And all these projects that have so-called amazing tech, people are going to find out that Google has it, JP Morgan has it, Goldman Sachs has it, FedNow has it, and that you just hodled for 10, 15, 20 years and have nothing to show for it. I don't want you to get wrecked. But guys, if you don't agree with me, or if you do agree with me, do more research. Go do non-biased research and don't miss this big opportunity. And again, I know this may sound bearish, but it's not, guys. This is not FUD. This is reality. It's a big boys game. You better be good and knowledgeable at what you do. You can't watch 5 videos of YouTube influencers telling you what you want to hear. Those days are over. 15 years ago, yes. You know why? There was only a handful of projects to choose from. In 2017, you could have just bought the 5 top projects and made life-changing gains. In 2021, if you'd have bought the top, say, 10, you'd have still probably made close to life-changing gains. Well, guys, not in this bull run. There's millions to choose from, And that's another concern, guys. And again, I'm still bullish. I can't be more bullish. But there's dilution. ChainLink. This is what the video that's coming up started all this. ChainLink is dominating. Well, if ChainLink didn't have 10, 15 competitors, which it pretty much had 0 in the last bull run, all that money would be going into that ecosystem. That matters. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. I don't mean to be negative, because it's not negative. But if you want to invest, guys, I've never met a wealthy person, and I've dealt with a lot of them over my years. I've never met a wealthy person that was successful that didn't want to talk about the risk, the downside, and when they get their money back. Because, guys, opportunity cost is real too. If you're holding on to, if you're stacking a big bag and you've been holding it for 5, 6, 7 years and it's not performing, you're losing a ton of money, but you're losing the opportunity. So if you want to make money in crypto, guys, I highly recommend stop looking at these real world utilities unless it's their first bull run, because the majority of projects make the life-changing gains their first bull run, and after that, it's game over. So the odds are, guys, think about this. If you were investing in a project this is its second bull run, and definitely if it's their third, the odds of you not making all-time highs in that project are 90%. And if it's third bull run, it's probably like 97%. Why not play the probabilities? Educate yourself. All right, guys, I know I'm rambling. Let me know, hit the like button, and come back and be part of this community. And guys, it's go time. You need to be serious, because after November the 6th, we'll know what we're dealing with, for the most part, about the politics of crypto. And then the feds are going to keep cutting rates no matter who's in office. They're going to print money. And guys, if Trump wins, I'm telling you, it's game on for crypto, it's game on for real estate, it's game on for all asset classes all around the world. We should have the biggest, strongest bull run in history, and I don't want you to miss it because you don't understand the game or you're just getting misinformation. Let me know what you think, and if you like this type of information, also let me know in the comments. And if you think I'm wrong about something, please justify it for some facts so we can educate each other. I'll do a video anytime someone corrects me. I'll do a video, but thus far I get a lot of hate sometimes, but I get very little knowledge from their hate. And that's sad, guys, because we all should have one tribe, not many. And if someone tries to tell you something that has merit about something you own, guys, I suggest you dig deep, because somebody's lying to you. Either I'm lying to you on this channel, or other people are lying to you. Why don't you get to the bottom of it and then call out the lies, guys? All right, that's all I got. Hit the like button and come back and be part of this community. Take care.